Here's a new episode of my blind buy journal. I'll talk about some more expensive blind buys such as Affinissence and Atelier de Ors, less expensive Miller Harris and Pays de la Fleur d'Angers, and affordable Lush fragrance. I'll make a short but in-depth review of each fragrance. I'll tell you, is it a blind buy success or a blind buy fail? And also, in the end, I'll tell you which ones are safe blind buys, which aren't, and I'll rank them so you will find out which ones are my favorite. Hello everyone, I'm Miri. Welcome or welcome back, and let's start with the first one, and that is Atelier de Ors Lune Feline. I heard so many great reviews about this fragrance, and it was for a long time on my wish list because I like vanilla fragrances and the bottle is art in itself. On the back, it has rays symbolizing the radiance of the sun. That Art Deco crystal cutted bottle and the way 24-karat gold leaves float inside gives you a unique, luxurious experience. It looks so dazzling and almost like you're holding a snow globe, but in a perfume form. The name means moon cat because it was inspired by the moon that is very magnetic and captivating, so the scent should have the same effect. In the opening of Lune Feline, mainly you get cardamom with some resin, woodiness, green notes, and subtle vanilla. The opening and the first hour of wear will be probably the most challenging part. I read that to some the opening smells medicinal, like the dentist's office, rubbery, oil-like, and to some even like crispy cardamom bacon or black forest ham. I don't get those associations, but when I tried this perfume for the first time, I thought the opening was like a bit stale, musty, moldy, weirdly spicy. I didn't smell anything like this before, but after a few more wears, I started to notice all the beautiful nuances and balance of spicy, woody, aromatic, and non-sweet vanilla facets. This is a very unique cardamom infused vanilla with a green undertone and without the typical gourmand sweetness you get in vanilla fragrances. It smells like roasted cardamom drizzled with maple syrup and a few aromatic herbs. In the heart, you start smelling more of dry, woody, balsamic notes together with prominent resinous styrex that gives a smoky vibe to the scent. Those notes never allow vanilla to become too sweet or gourmand-like, but as the scent dries down, it becomes smokier, sweeter, with a caramel edge, woodier, and more balsamic. In the air, vanilla is much more prominent together with cardamom, so the scent smells like some type of cardamom pastry, but when you smell it up close, it's ambery, spicy, woody, smoky, and animalic. It smells like you're sipping spiced milk black tea, also known as masala chai, while you're sitting by the bonfire on a chilly evening. Lune Feline lasts really long, 8+ hours on my skin, and it projects really well for the first 2-3 hours, and then it becomes softer. On clothes, it lingers for days, so performance is excellent. This is a colder weather fragrance that is unisex in my opinion, but a bit more feminine leaning. It's mostly linear, and the main change is that in the dry down, it becomes smokier, sweeter, and woodier. This is a true niche perfume that avoids being labeled or boxed because it's not just a vanilla fragrance, it's not a gourmand nor a woody, spicy perfume. It's a combination of all those types of perfumes, and therefore it won't be a safe blind buy or liked by everyone because it's not a mainstream, easy, no-brainer vanilla. I didn't enjoy Lune Feline the first time when I tried it, but I do enjoy it now, and I admire its quality and uniqueness. If you ask me about this fragrance 2 months ago, I would say, you know, this was a complete blind buy fail. But now it's starting to be more like a blind buy success because it's a high quality fragrance. Although I'm still considering, is it just a like or a love? Do I want it in my collection or I will declutter it? But my rating for its scent profile and performance is 8.5 out of 10, and I would recommend it if you want a luxurious, balsamic, spicy, smoky, non-gourmand vanilla. Myrica Muse is a part of the Miller Harris color collection, and it's inspired by Myrica, actually bayberry scent, which is a type of berry found in China and used as medicine. I'm not very familiar with the scent of bayberries, but they were the muse behind this fragrance and the bottle reflects that. I like that you get a matte bottle instead of the shiny or see-through one. The color matches bayberry red while glistening gold touches add a sense of luxury and elegance. Yes, I was curious how bayberry would smell, but mostly I blind bought this fragrance because of the beautiful bottle. But how does it smell? I really enjoyed the opening, and I've read that bayberry has a musky and slightly peppery scent, and yes, you got that in the opening. It's bright, it's happy because you get cheerful, fruity notes of strawberry and honeyed tangerine with some musky, slightly boozy pepperiness. The initial burst of juicy red fruits is sweet and very clean. It's elegant, it's girly. So the opening of Myrica Muse smells to me like strawberry sorbet. It's energetic, it's very likable. But that initial spray doesn't last long. 2 minutes after applying Myrica Muse, you get a rose, patchouli and rum combination with still noticeable red fruits. The scent is still fruity sweet, but it becomes woodier, boozier, slightly spicier and with a prominent rose and patchouli. In the heart, this truly smells like the inspirational moment of this perfume described on the Miller Harris website. Imagine you're dressed to go to a party, but you still some time for yourself to enjoy an aperitif while reading a book in a moment of silence and quiet elegance. The heart of Myrica Muse truly smells like a sparkling, spicy, fruity rose cocktail you're enjoying by yourself, sitting in the most sophisticated bar during golden hour and enjoying this stolen, quiet moment. The dry down is mainly a powdery, musky, floral scent, and although Myrica Muse isn't very hard to understand, it changes a lot on your skin and shows different facets with every waft. But to simplify how this smells, this is a very boozy strawberry rose scent. Fruits add cheerful, energetic vibe, while rose adds a retro feel and rum brings a touch of glamour to the party. Myrica Muse lasts about 5 hours on my skin with moderate projection and sillage, and then you have to reapply it. Although it's inspired by the aperitif moment, it's not reserved only for cocktail hour. It can be worn in spring, summer and fall. It's very versatile and don't be afraid of the rum. It just gives a slight booziness, but it never overpowers other notes, so the scent would be ideal even for workplace. This is a very likable girly girl fragrance that is energetic, enthusiastic, but with retro charm and glamour. You will like this if you enjoy fruity rose perfumes and if you like fragrances that develop over time. I do enjoy it. I liked it from the start. It wasn't challenging. I didn't need some time to get used to it. So I guess yes, this is a blind buy success. I liked it from the beginning, but the fragrance never became a love for me. My rating for this scent is 7 out of 10 because the performance could be better, so I will declutter it in the end. But this is a playful, lovely, retro, fruity rose that I wear from time to time when I want to feel flirty and girly without smelling juvenile. It is very elegant and feminine scent. Lush Turmeric Latte is a scent that is limited only to holiday season, so it's not available to purchase during the entire year. This is the first Lush fragrance I've bought, and I've decided to give it a shot because I thought it would be so cool to have a perfume that smells like turmeric latte. Also, many compare it with Tom Ford's Tobacco Vanille and Maison Margiela's By the Fireplace, and the scent has great reviews. So I thought, I will like this, and I do. The bottle feels very sturdy, but the cap is pretty cheap and plasticky. Nonetheless, what is important is how this fragrance smells. I've put on the screen notes listed on Fragrantica, but on the Lush website, turmeric isn't listed, and no wonder since I don't get any turmeric in this fragrance, but rather a combination of spices like it has clove, cinnamon, and tobacco. The opening is very spicy and woody, so I'm pretty sure not everyone will appreciate its spicy, smoky, burning wood-like facets, although those harsher notes are combined with vanilla sweetness and warmth, so the scent isn't too much for me. But if you usually prefer lighter floral or fresh perfumes, this might be too harsh, too woody, and too smoky for you. The opening smells like marshmallow was caught on fire, like it has a burnt crust and the sweet vanilla gooey inside together with the smoky scent of the burning wood from the bonfire. This is the opening, a scent of marshmallows burnt in a smoky tobacco campfire. It has sweetness, but mainly this is a smoky, spicy, very rounded fragrance, perfect for fall and winter. In the dry down, bonfire associations soften, and this becomes a tonka vanilla combination with some smokiness and spiciness. Sometimes tonka bean can have marzipan-like facets in perfumes, but here it has some bitterness and almost espresso feel. Although the scent is sweet, it never becomes an overly sweet fragrance. In the dry down, this has some latte vibe because you get a soothing, rich, velvety vanilla with some bitter tone resembling the scent of coffee, but I don't get a true scent of turmeric latte. The color of the juice already gives you a hint of how addictive, rich, and warm this fragrance is. This is a truly a winter goodness, a scent of eating spicy gingerbread cookies and drinking some chai latte from your favorite mug while wearing a warm sweater curled up on the couch under a soft blanket on a cold day next to the fireplace and watching a movie. This scent is just cozy, warm, comforting, deliciously sweet, spicy, and smoky. I don't think the name matches the scent because there's no prominent turmeric note, there's no cream or milkiness, but this is a very warm, beautiful, spicy, smoky vanilla that smells a lot more expensive than it is. Turmeric latte has excellent longevity. It lasts 7 to 8 hours on my skin. One spritz is enough to smell it for hours. It has great projection, it stands out, and people will notice it and compliment you on your fragrance. To me, this is a stunner. It's not groundbreaking, but it's great value for your money, and it's a real winner. It was blind buy success for me, and my rating would be 8.5 out of 10. I think this fragrance would be a good layering scent as well. It could work with other vanilla, amber, or even almond fragrances because smokiness and spiciness in it will add depth and interesting vibe to those fragrances. This next fragrance is pretty much under the radar, and it's a fragrance from very interesting brand. Au Pays de la Fleur d'Oranger translates as in the country of orange blossom, and this niche house has mostly an orange-centered range of perfumes because its founders, Virginie and Antoine, who own the oldest surviving bitter orange blossom tree in their village that was once the greatest supplier of the orange blossom in their region. The name of this scent means white neroli, and it was launched in 2005, a lot before all the orange blossom hype that was created after the launch of Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy in the perfume world. The bottle is pretty chunky and sturdy, it's heavy, and it gives you an impression of quality perfume with a striking, rich orange color of the juice matching intense in the name. In the opening of Neroli Blanc Intense, you get a delicious, slightly tangy, citrusy orange with some with some soapiness, but mostly with a ton of enchanting, sweet deliciousness. It doesn't smell like orange popsicles, but much sweeter, warmer, and thicker. That sweetness combined with orange and other citruses creates a fruity jam or marmalade type of scent, so top notes smell like the most delicious honeyed orange jam. In the dry down, I don't get a lot of jasmine and rose. Also, I can smell only sandalwood and cedar during the last few hours of the wear, and they are in the background. Mainly, this is throughout the wear very sweet orange blossom scent. Sweetness here isn't sugary or caramel-like sweetness, rather it smells like honey, although that note isn't listed here. It smells like a combination of honeyed orange blossom, verging on being cloying and candy-like, but still managing to remain elegant, feminine, and grown-up. The heart and base of this perfume smell to me like traditional Greek orange cake with syrup called portocalopita. This is a very thick and syrupy type of orange blossom that smells warm and snuggly, but also sultry at the same time. Neroli Blanc Intense is much more for gourmand lovers than it is for floral or orange blossom perfume enthusiasts. You don't get realistic florals here. They're honeyed, candied, and drenched in the honey and vanilla meltdown in the base, so the scent is truly voluptuous, rich, and delectable. It lasts about 6 hours on my skin, but it projects only for the first hour or two, and then it becomes a lot softer skin scent. It's not as intense as you would guess based on the name and the color of the juice, but still it's moderate lasting fragrance with a crowd-pleasing quality. It makes you feel glamorous, but also snuggly, like you're enjoying a lazy, sunny summer afternoon under the orange blossom tree in some Greek villa. Neroli Blanc Intense has the same sweet orange blossom scent profile as Parfums de Marly Savannah, Kilian Love Don't Be Shy, and Memo Paris Sintra, so I'm thinking about making a comparison video between these fragrances. Let me know, would you be interested in that comparison video? But I would describe Neroli Blanc Intense as the combination of Savannah and honey thickness from Jean-Paul Gaultier's Scandale. Therefore, this might be too sweet for some, and it's not a unisex fragrance. Oh no, this is very feminine, gourmand-leaning orange blossom scent you can wear for day and night occasions all year round, not outdoors on the hottest summer day, but you can wear it in air-conditioned spaces. I tried layering Neroli Blanc Intense with Ormond Jane's Levant, and it works really well. This is tangier and more sour, so it tones down the sweetness of Neroli Blanc Intense. Overall, I would give Neroli Blanc Intense 8 out of 10 because it's deliciously beautiful. It was a strong like from the initial spray, so it is a blind buy success, and the price is very acceptable. It costs around $100 for a 100 ml bottle, which is almost half the price of Savannah and Kilian's Love Don't Be Shy. Therefore, it's a good value for money. It's not the most complex and nuanced fragrance, but it's very pleasant and I would absolutely recommend it. The last blind buy in this video is Vanille Benjoin by Affinissence. I heard many good things about it, and when I found a good deal for it, I bought it secondhand, so this dent isn't entirely mine. The bottle is very sleek and simple. It's slightly more curved on the sides, so it's easier to hold it. The name already tells you what to expect, and these two main notes are truly what you get in this fragrance. Those are vanilla and benzoin, but the scent got me off guard. Initially, Vanille Benjoin has a medicinal vibe and some sharpness, like it has some spicy pepperiness, but medicinal scent dissipates with time and you start smelling powdery, dry benzoate. You don't get sweet, fluffy, gourmand vanilla you get in other fragrances, but I do get sharp leatheriness from Tahitian vanilla, Absolute, which has leather overtones with powdery, balsamic, and almond notes from benzoin. This is the scent of almond flour on top of the leather fabric. The opening won't suit everyone and it will be challenging for a lot of people. It even smells a bit old-fashioned because it has powdery, balsamic leatheriness. But as it dries down, the scent becomes more palatable, so you start getting more of Madagascar vanilla, which gives some sweetness, but Vanille Benjoin never becomes cake-like, sugary or syrupy sweet type of fragrance. Since benzoin gives a nutty, buttery vibe, I constantly smell almonds, although they are not listed. Benzoin, cedar, leather, and slightly salty ambroxan never let vanilla sweetness to outshine balsamic dryness and leathery woody facets in this fragrance. The image that comes to my mind as the closest to the scent of Vanille Benjoin is that leather coasters are on the wooden table next to butterscotch bars with almonds. This becomes a bittersweet, leathery, resinous vanilla with almondy benzoin that is very dry, balsamic, and only mildly sweet. Therefore, the scent gives you a very peaceful, quiet and buttered warmth reminiscent of the color beige. It's enjoyable, it's a luxurious basic color, but it's not very exciting or different. You don't get a very smoky vanilla, leathery vanilla, or gourmand type of vanilla you would expect. Vanilla here shows itself only in the dry down, so if you're purchasing this fragrance expecting it to be a beautiful vanilla perfume from top to the base, you will be disappointed the same way I was, because vanilla sweetness hides itself behind leathery, woody, and balsamic tones. Therefore, this can be a unisex fragrance, although it slightly leans more feminine because of powdery nuttiness. And unfortunately, it doesn't have the best performance. It doesn't last, it doesn't project, it's a very intimate scent that sticks close to the skin. So poor performance, and the fact that after the 5th hour I can't smell it anymore on my skin makes it very hard for me to justify the price. In my opinion, it's overpriced, it's very weak fragrance, although you can smell that the ingredients used here are of high quality. You can't smell any screechy synthetic or plasticky notes, so yes, this is a quality fragrance. I didn't like the opening and the entire fragrance was very underwhelming. There's nothing wrong with it, it's enjoyable, but it's not a vanilla forward scent I thought I was purchasing, and it's nothing very exciting for me. I don't reach for this perfume, and although I wasn't a fan of benzoin initially in this fragrance, truth be told, that is the only exciting note in this fragrance that gives a powdery and nutty vibe, making this into a very elegant but also slightly vintage type of scent. You would like it if you enjoy intimate, soft, delicate perfumes with balsamic, leathery, woody facets, and if you don't like very sweet vanilla fragrances. For me, this is just an okay perfume, and for this price point, I think there are better options you can buy, so this was a blind buy fail for me. My overall rating for the scent profile and performance would be 5.5 out of 10 because it doesn't last. But overall, this is a nice, minimalistic, elegant, intimate scent. It's pretty, but it's not for me. Two perfumes that would be safe blind buys, and by that I mean 90% of people will like them, are Harris Myrica Muse and Atelier de la Fleur d'Oranger Neroli Blanc Intense. Lush Turmeric Latte will be a relatively safe purchase if you like darker, smoky, sweet vanillas, while the other two, the most challenging perfumes out of these 5, would be Atelier de Ors Lune Feline and Affinissence Vanille Benjoin. The best performing fragrance out of these 5 would be Lune Feline, while the weakest one is definitely Vanille Benjoin. And here goes my ranking. On the fourth place with 5.5 out of 10, we have Affinessence Vanille Benjoin. It doesn't last, it doesn't project. Then on the third place with 7 out of 10 is Harris Myrica Muse. It's very enjoyable, but it didn't wow me and became a staple in my collection. Then on the second place with 8 out of 10 is Au Pays de la Fleur d'Orange Neroli Blanc Intense. It's very romantic, sweet fragrance with a sun-kissed warmth. And on the first place with 8.5 out of 10, we have 2 perfumes. First one is Lush Turmeric Latte. It's relatively affordable, it smells great, and it truly lasts. And the second one is Lune Feline by Atelier de Ors. It's unique, it's a high quality fragrance with a spicy, smoky vanilla scent. So share your thoughts and experiences with these 5 perfumes in the comments. And if you're still here and you enjoyed this video and these short reviews, boop the like button, hit the notification bell and subscribe. That means so much. And if you would like to see the previous episode of this blind buy journal, then check out this video. I will see you there. Bye!